Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Scrap Mechanic. And today we're going to our little scrapyard base that I've constructed. And ooh, it's looking nice and scrappy and junky. And yeah. Basically we've got this little itty bitty area that is going to be perfect for defending us from the upcoming and impending zombie apocalypse. I thought this would be perfect. You know, I got some junk, some scrap going here. Gathered some up, all sorts of stuff. We got our tires, we got all of our little metal bits, we've got our boxes, we've got our tanks, we've got our crates, we've got our mattresses, we've got our wheels, we got everything we could ever need put into this thing to keep us safe from everything evil coming our way. But it's also just a nice little place to chill out. We got this looking awesome. And over here we even got our little stop sign and do not enter signs to keep people from coming in. But if we come in here, not too much, nothing really. We just got ourselves a bed over here. A nice little bed. We can do a little bouncy wouncy. Bo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Got some plants on a little nightstand. We got our sink. And we got a nice old toilet. It's for doing our duty, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a cool little area. But the reason I've gone ahead and made this area is because today I want to go ahead and I want to show you guys how to make pistons and very large doors in your scrap mechanic worlds. And I thought that making a cool little area like this would be the perfect place. And maybe in the future we could even go ahead and expand upon this area and do some other crazy stuff in here. Maybe make some post-apocalyptic little vehicles and drive them in here. I don't know, some sort of stuff. I feel like this would be a cool beginning to a bunch of really cool junkyard type builds. I think that'd be a really neat idea. So definitely let me know what you guys think about that idea in the comments. I want to hear what your opinion on it that is. But for now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started working on a big door. A piston run door, if any of you guys know what that means. Maybe piston isn't the exact right word, but either way, it's going to be a giant door, and I'm going to teach you how to do it. So we're actually going to go ahead and we're going to jump right in by going over here and placing this bearing here. I actually already placed that bearing, but we're going to go ahead and try and make a door that opens halfway to the right and halfway to the left. And I just said that backwards. Halfway to the left and halfway to the right. But first off, we got to go ahead and we got to start building a piston of sorts. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to place that bearing right there. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to place all of this stuff right here. Place another upside down pipe. And then we're going to put one more bearing right there. Then we're going to redo what we just did, but actually going up once more. And once we have that, we're going to put one last bearing. And now that that's there, this whole thing is actually going to be what we need in order to create this thing. So right now that this thing is here, we have to actually go ahead and connect it all up into this little controller. And our objective is for this actual full thing. Let's take this button out for the time being and put one over here. The objective is so that this actual whole entire thing, when it moves, this little thing here stays perfectly even and flat all the way across. When we click that, that's not happening. Nope, that is not happening. So what we've got to do is we've got to go in here and change the settings on here a bit. So the first one is going to change 90 degrees. The first bearing right there is going to change 90 degrees. But what we have to do now is we have to make it so this next one goes and it gets equally turned as well. So we're going to go in here and we actually have to turn this to positive 180, I believe. And when we do that, that's going to go ahead and that's going to actually open it up perfectly. But the only problem we have now is that when we do that, this little thing doesn't stay flat. If there was an object on there, it would turn. Like if we threw that on there, that's not going to be right. That door would turn upside down. So what we've got to do lastly is that last thing, I think we have to go and set that to, wait, what degrees does that have to go? If we take a look on that, that has got to go to negative 90, I believe. So let's go ahead and set that there to negative 90. And if we press this, that should stay perfectly flat. Perfect. So now this opens up and closes perfectly. That's kind of a piston to some degree. Changes rotational to pushing back and forth energy. So that does what it needs. So now that that's actually there, what we've got to do is go ahead and put a door on this. It's already looking good. It's already doing what it's got to do. But let's actually go ahead and just grab some wood or something and actually put it right here. This will be perfect to just go ahead and put it right on this thing right here. Perfect for a door. And after we've put all that there, I want to actually go ahead and put on some cool little, what are they called? I don't know. I've seen this material right here, this staircase landing. Are you kidding me? This is called a staircase landing? This doesn't even look like a staircase landing. But whatever, I thought it looked cool, and I thought that would be perfect for making a door for our little place here. So there is the perfect first half of the door, and actually we might want to go ahead and paint it so it matches the rest of this place rather than leaving it that color. So let's go ahead and paint some of that. Let's actually go darker. Let's go all the way dark. Maybe even make it almost black. Let's paint that. Ooh, that looks cool. Okay, so now that that's there, we can actually go ahead and put a button on the outside, and we should be able to go ahead and replace which button is powering it. But there we go. And now if we press the button, it'll go in and out, and that is awesome. It does exactly what it needs, just like I was hoping it would. Now I wish we could do another button here, but currently we're not going to do a full, we're not doing a full two-way door. We're going to have to work on that later, but for now I think this half of the door is done, looking awesome. I actually want to go ahead and probably paint up all of this wood at some point. Maybe paint it all nice old darker color, looking really cool like that. That'd be really awesome. And maybe even paint up this whole wooden area here. That would look really cool. But for now I'm going to leave it. But right now, my next thing that I've got to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replicate the same door on this side. And then I'm going to actually, after that, I'm going to tell you guys a bit more about pistons and how you can use them to your advantage. But I'm going to go ahead, finish up that other door, and we'll catch back up in just a bit. Well, isn't that one fancy looking door? This is probably the best apocalyptic shelter I've ever seen. Let's see who's home. Can we just click this button? Oh my goodness, they work like a masterpiece. Ain't it beautiful, guys? Ain't it beautiful? There we go. Our doors are now complete. Basically, the only difference is if you go ahead and build the door on this side as well, you're going to have to flip all of your bearings to the opposite by clicking them like this. Or when you actually go into your, oh wait, ooh, I locked myself out. That's no good. If you actually go into your controller block, you're going to have to do the opposite numbers. So if on the first one I showed you I did negative 90, 180, and negative 90, you're going to have to do positive 80, positive 90, negative 180, and positive 90 instead. So you're just going to have to either flip those numbers when you do it on the opposite side if you're trying to build this door, or you're going to have to flip those bearings. So there we go. That's your awesome door. Now you know how to build a crazy cool door using pistons or whatever you want to call these cool little mechanisms. But now I'm going to go ahead and instead I'm going to show you as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you what I've been doing behind me, which is another way you can use pistons. So basically I did what I did over here. You saw how we did all of these by setting up two bars that spun to produce forward momentum. Basically I did the same thing here, just at a different angle. You can do these at a horizontal level as well. And if you do those same things by going negative 90, 180, 90, negative 180, 90, and you put that into a if you put that into a controller and connect it to a button, if you actually go ahead and add yourself add the loop feature, you can actually have it go like it's a full-fledged piston just going back and forth, which is super awesome because there's countless uses for this. I don't know, I'm thinking about maybe someone could make us a train in Scrap Mechanic. That would be crazy, you know. I don't know if those are actually useful, if that's even possible, but I mean, it's an idea. I mean, right here I went ahead and I made myself an awesome high five machine. Hello, high five to you too. Oh my god, let's get prepare for the high five, guys. Hiya, high five. That is so awesome. Oh my god, that is so great. That is so great. But there's another way to use, there's another, you know, that's how you make pistons and another way to use them, I guess. But what's really important with this is you kind of want to put a little loop around it when you're putting it on the loop mode. You want to put a little, some sort of a way to keep it on track just in case it starts to bug out, because sometimes these can go side to side and they'll weird out. So this is a really good way to just make sure if you're going to have a lot of heavy weights on it and whatnot. We didn't really need to do it for here because this was pretty simple, but when you add the loop feature and you put heavy stuff, it's a good idea to add this little thing right here. But that's cool. I don't really know what pistons could be used for, but it's a cool feature nonetheless. But I mean, I really love using them for doors. They're really cool over there. But ooh, I'm getting pushed by the hand, man. The hand is pushing me. But there you go, guys. There's some awesome little information for you. If you're playing around with the scrap mechanics, you can go ahead and put those to good use. Make some crazy doors now. Make some awesome high-five machines. It's all up to you guys. It's all up to you to take these and make those crazy contraptions. Don't forget, I would love to see those crazy contraptions. You can always send them to me with the email that's down in the description of every scrap mechanic video. I would love to see those contraptions and maybe even make a video on them. But yeah, that's I think what we're going to call it today, you guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like. It's much appreciated. It lets me know that you did enjoy today's video. But also leave me some comments. I want to know what you thought about this cool little fortress area here. We might even go ahead and add some, make some more crazy cool scrap creations if you'd be interested in that. Using a lot of these cool random blocks that we use for this building to go ahead and make some cool post-apocalyptic vehicles. Maybe some trucks, some cool vehicles that you would see in some sort of zombie apocalypse movie, or I don't know, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy. If you haven't already, make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. The links are in the description, as well as on the top of the screen right now. But for now, this is what we're going to call it, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!